Good morning, traders. So how do we trade the Aussie today? I just want to start off with the weekly, and there's a couple of things I just want to highlight. So, we had a fairly significant level here, which we have closed. We haven't closed yet, so the weekly is still open, but we have pushed below it. And one thing I want to point out is you've got this weekly 200 EMA, and every other instrument around the world, when we get to a weekly 200 EMA, we tend to bounce. But not the Aussie. We will fly through it with 1,300 points, and then normally sort of bounce back up, or the next week come across it. So this shows you how this market is so manipulated, and it's purely because of the way that they drive 10 cents and nice pass. Anyway, so one of the things that frustrates me about this market is that they can drive it any which way they want to, and always on low volumes. Well, low volumes in comparison to the rest of the world. So what I want to do is I just want to pick up on, and ignore that for now. We've got some levels there. And we even broke through that, so okay, let's just get rid of that one. So you can see this inside, you see all these inside tails here. Those would have been my levels. Okay, and you can see the first one was ignored, which coincided. The 200 moving average was ignored, then this tail was ignored, then this tail was ignored. So this is the third time. The third inside bar on the weekly, which looks like we tagged. So if we just get to the daily, you'll see we do have sort of three tails down here, and we do have a gap to the downside as well. So, oh, sorry, we don't. That gap was closed. We do have this consolidation zone over here, which will definitely be something that we'll be tagging. Okay, so we did open on our low and close on our high. Nice 800 point trade, and we've got a grouping of everything here. We don't have diversions on the daily, but we've got a grouping of the stochastics. So there is a possibility for a bounce. I just want to get to the hour, and if you look at, we've been in a pretty steady downtrend on the hour for some time. Stepped outside the Bollinger Band, you can see here double bottom outside the Bollinger Band on a level, and we bounced up. Okay, so I suspect more the same. So 10 cent is up 4% today. So anyway, expect this gap to close at least, and then we'll have to see what happens. And don't be too surprised if we actually gap up onto the gap. Yeah, don't be too surprised if we get a 700, 800 point gap up. So very volatile, and it'll be very difficult to get into this if you're not in already. Okay, so yeah, I think I'll just wait and see for the next setup. There's no real setup at this moment for me. A 4 hour, that's not convincing. It looks more like a bit of a flag to me. We do have both oscillators here indicating that it's tired, but this looks a lot like a flag. There you go. Okay, so move down, flag, another move down. Anyway, that's kind of me at the moment. Your closing range is not going to work out because I just know we're going to gap up. Just tell you now we're going to gap up. So we're going to have this massive gap up and then go sideways. That's kind of what my gut feel is for today. Let's just have a look here. 10 cents up 5% now, and the rand is 0.5% stronger. So that may impact us ever so slightly, but 10 cents gonna push. I mean, put it in perspective. This was just this here was a 6% move in 10 cent. This was a 2% down move in 10 cent. Okay. Oh, sorry, this was 6% move in NAS pass, and this was a 2% move in NAS pass. So a 4% move is definitely going to take us back to more than likely the gap close. If that does happen, then this may not look like a flag anymore. But anyway, there's just too many mixed signals here for me. What I'd like to see on the hour is I'd like to see us get through this moving average, come back and test it and hold it. And then I'll start looking for trades to the upside. Okay, so I can't even give you levels of what to watch at the moment, because a break of this fractal is not a strong signal for me, because it is below the moving average. Okay, so that's me for today. Probably doesn't help you. Sorry about that, but yeah, I'm kind of the opinion to wait and see. May take a stab at any pullback. So any sort of pullback from the gap up, I think may be worthwhile just taking the nibble for a long and seeing where we get to. But yeah, I'm going to want to see quite a bit more of consolidation and some decent patterns forming before I start looking at this. Okay, so yeah, lastly, I just want to, that could have been seen as an exhaustion bar onto a level, but then obviously we gap down, which doesn't help the cause at all. Anyway, what we're looking for is the crossover on the 4 hour. That would basically give you the confidence that we're looking for a move to the upside. Okay, so probably going to just keep my money in my pocket on the Aussie as well today. Maybe look at this afternoon with the US market, see what the US market does. There may be an opportunity then, but for this morning, I reckon gap up, bounce off this level to downside, and probably go sideways for most of the day before maybe breaking through. But yeah, as I say, any pullback may be worth taking a small punt. Let's just leave it at that until the US open, and then just watch to see what the US market does. Okay, so that's me for the Aussie today. And, enjoy your day, and I'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.